So there's a lot of talk about British Airways changing the way their loyalty scheme works, changing the name and how you gain status within British Airways. And there's a lot of outrage, and justifiably so. It was pretty easy for you to get status within British Airways. You could spend about £3,000, do a big tier point run and get gold status pretty easily. But now they've made that like 10 times as harder to get the gold status. So now if you want to get gold status, pretty much have to pay around £22,000 to £23,000. And a lot of people are outraged, and rightly so. This is something that isn't really going to affect me as a points traveler, because in all honesty, I don't really require status. If you're traveling in business class, you don't really need status to get into the lounges and get the onboard, or I should say get the on the ground experience, because you get that with a business class ticket. So I don't think it's going to affect me too much. But then again, I tend to not fly British Airways long haul. Short haul, they're pretty good, but long haul, I wouldn't fly British Airways. If I'm going to the Caribbean, I'll use TUI because I think they're way better. If I'm going to the Far East, I'll use Finnair or Qatar because I think they're much better as well. But I think for the short term, a lot of people are going to move away from booking with British Airways in the first instance. A lot of their loyal customers are going to switch. But as a loyalty program, I think they're still good. The One World program is still very good, unless most of the others change, like Finnair or Qatar. Then I'll probably stick with One World. But if they do change and move to this way that British Airways have done with their loyalty program, then I'll probably move to the Virgin scheme, which is, I think, is Team Sky. But I think overall, I'm pretty happy with the way things are. I'm not really chasing status with British Airways. I don't think I've ever moved past silver tier in their thing. So it really doesn't affect me in any way. Let me know what you think about this.